ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We have been debating the resolution. Transportation should be free. Affirmative teams finished giving their all benefits, convenience, safer environment, and economic benefits. Also, negative team gave all their points. Maintenance, battery economy, and tax. Now, in this time, I will refute their all points and fix support our team's point. First, I will refute all the signposts in the negative team. They had 3 points: maintenance, tax, maintenance, bad for economy, and tax. Their first point was maintenance, and they said it is hard to maintain the free public transportation system because of the high price of bus. They gave example of diesel bus. It cost more than $300,000 each. But it is not important because let's give example. Because all people pay tax. Even if they pay tax a little, they can buy that kind of enough money, so they can buy diesel that amount of bus. For example, let's give the example of U.S. U.S. have more. U.S. population is more than 0.5 billion, and if they pay only 1 cent for as a tax more, they can buy that amount of diesel bus. Government can make that kind of bus. And their second point was bad for economy, and their main point was that if people use free public transportation instead of private cars, the car companies will be destroyed, and many people who work in the car company will lose jobs. But it is not true, because there will be still lots of people who use private car because of their private problem like busy schedule. We are talking about free transportation should be free, not car should not be used. And if car companies support their technology to government or bus or public transportation company, there will be no big economic damage in the car company. And their third point was tax. They said if transportation become free, the tax will be expensive, and it will be unfair for people who do not pay tax or do not use transportation a lot. But it is not important, and it's not true. For example, Mr. William, the government opposition member, gave example of children or old people. He said that kind of people do not pay tax, so it will be unfair for the people who pay tax. But I think it's wrong, because even if, for example, even if children do not pay tax, they get free education. Then why cannot be free transportation? Their protectors, like parents, already pay that kind of amount of money for the children. So public transportation, there will not be no difference. Now, I have repeated their point. Then I will fix and support the point of affirmative team. We had 3 points: convenience, safe for environment, and economic benefit. Our first point was convenience, and our main point was that if we use public transportation, there will be lots of benefits. For example, people do not have to worry about accident, insurance, or problem of parking because they do not drive their own car by themselves. Also, they don't have to worry about fuel problem, and people can make good relationship with the people who take bus or subway in the same time because they will see and meet repeatedly every day. And if you see that graph, we can see the benefit of public transportation. Private cars make more than 55% of traffic accidents. Then, if you compare that, it's better to use public transportation like bus or subway. And also, if people use transportation more than bus, if people use public transportation more than cars, the car will be reduced, so there will be less traffic jam and lots of space for parking cars. And these are the advantage of using public transportation. And if they make it free, people will use it more than before. So that kind of advantage will be appeared more effectively. Our second point was environment, the safe for environment. If you see that, we can see that car make lots of carbon dioxide. That's one of the reasons of global warming. And it is why it's better to use public transportation because, for example, one bus can contain more than 30 to 14 people, but however, one car contains only 2 or 3, averagely. And if that people use public transportation like bus or subway instead of cars, we can reduce the amount of cars more than hundreds of cars on the road. So we can reduce the reason of global warming and air pollution. And also I'll support more about that Mr. Isaac's point. There are lots of transportation that use different kinds of fuel that do not cause air pollution or less air pollution. Just like CNG bus. CNG bus is a kind of use natural gas, and if you compare that chart, natural gas is make less chemicals that cause air pollution than oils. And also there are also in case of subway, because they use electricity, there will be no air pollution. And also there is hybrid bus and biodiesel bus. Biodiesel is from some plants. It is mixed with diesel, so it makes less air pollution. And in case of hybrid, it is already normal in the United Kingdom, and this information came from the United Kingdom government about transportation website. They can minimize the reduction of fuel use 30%. Also, they can minimize the reduction in carbon dioxide 30% as well. Just like this, we can reduce the air pollution. So it will save the environment if you use transportation more than bus. It is why we should make it free to make people use public transportation more than cars. Our third point was economic benefit, and our main point was that there will be the tax will not be increased too much, and there will be lots of jobs if they make it free, make the transportation free. Because, for example, if there's lots of cars on the road, there will be parking problem or traffic jam. So to solve that kind of problem, government should pay lots of budget, make make the parking lot wider or make system of to protect traffic jam. And if people use transportation, the car will, as I mentioned already, and government do not have to pay for that kind of problem. And as a result, we don't have to. Government have to pay that for that, and they can use that budget for free public transportation. So there will be not too much increase of tax. Also, if we just like to example, if transportation becomes free, people will use it a lot. I already mentioned it also, and there will be lots of jobs for that, and people can earn. People get jobs. So. Yes. Also, if citizens do not use car too much, they do not have to worry, or they do not have to pay their own money for car fuel, gasoline. And also, if there is, so citizens can also save their own money. Also, if there is citizens who pay tax but do not use transportation a lot, there will be extra money in the government, and government can save that money and use it for another project or make the better system of free transportation. Ladies and gentlemen, I finished giving all of our points. We strongly support the resolution. Transportation should be free. For this reason, we beg your purpose. Thank you.